Philadelphia Eagle, girlfriends and wives is going viral from a 2023 Christmas party because the thing to say now is that black male professional athletes do not like to date or marry black women, and obviously it's a lot of snow bunnies in this photo. Let's just keep it real. But let me ask you a question. How many women in this photo do you think did the Meg Thee Stallion challenge? How many women in this photo do you think did the challenge where they put the phone on the wall and start twerking? How many women in this photo do you think are arguing about 50-50, 60-40, or saying what a man should be? I'm just asking the question. And what a lot of people do not realize is we do not know who was holding these players down when they were in college. Some of these women in the photo might have been paying some of their phone bills, might have been buying them some shoes. I don't know if they were getting NIL money back then because I don't know whose wives or girlfriends that this is. But I'm tired of this narrative that black male athletes only like to play in the snow and they don't like to date or marry black women when we don't understand the circumstances that they went through and who they were around. So please, let's stop pushing this narrative. And I'm not coming on here trying to say I play in the snow. I don't that much.
Because the whole trope is that when black men reach a certain level, they go with white women. Black women got mad. Or that black woman got mad. Here's what men want across the board: cooperation. The higher up you go, fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, childless. That's the starting point. 80% of our women fail off the rip because they don't have the fitness.
Hey guys, welcome back to That Liminal Period. It's your girl, Chun-Li Shoddy. Today, I want to have a conversation on why D1 athletes choose to date and marry snow bunnies. Successful black men dating and marrying outside of their race have always been a topic of conversation and have always been criticized. There have been many dating and relationship coaches in the past that have tried to explain as to why this is. However, it's fallen on deaf ears. Recent pictures from the NFL draft have really been going viral, and it's led to many TikTokers coming up with their own explanation as to why these D1 athletes are choosing to date outside of their race.
Why are all these black college athletes that are getting drafted having white women? What's going on? I am going to tell you, as someone that is friends with a lot of D1 football players and D1 basketball players, I'm going to tell you because they have told me. Whoa. Before I get into this, I want to make it clear I'm only into black women. I'm just telling you what they have told me. My man said, bro, how many white women have you seen do the Meg Thee Stallion challenge? And he said, excluding the ones that think they're 2 shades away from being Lotto. I said, probably only 1. He said, okay. Y'all, 5 of my guys that play on Division I Power 5 football teams, and they were like, Goody, you know the type of NIL deals we got. One of my men said, bro, I was messing with this black girl. She heard about the deal I got and started to request money, Apple Pays and Cash Apps, for her hair and nails. I said, oh shit. My other friends were saying, bro, I would try to take her out to Chipotle, Kava, this and that. She would get mad talking about, why are we going to steakhouses? You're good for it. I said, oh shit. They were like, bro, the white women, they're down to go and get a cup of coffee, go and get some ice cream. My friends were like, bro, the white women we're dating, they pay for a lot of our stuff. I said, what do you mean? They said, bro, they know that we're making some money, but while we're at practice or we're at camp, they got us our favorite Kava bowl, double chicken, right? Waiting for them to come out of practice. My friends are telling me these girls are getting their group projects done, getting their essays done, online tests done, on time. I said, wait, what? I said, bro, what about maintenance? There's no way y'all not paying for her hair, nails, bags, her lifestyle. He said, bro, first of all, my girl will get her own Starbucks and even get me one, but if I want to be nice, I'll get her something, from Starbucks. And they were like, hair and nails, they don't even care about the nails, really, and if they do it themselves. Sometimes I pitch in, and I was like, all right, what about hair? They were like, bro, she's white. She just brushes it. We're flat irons it. She wants to be special. So, Jesus Christ, you guys are saving a lot of money. One of my men said this. He just got drafted. He said, bro, I was dating a black girl. Now I'm dating a white girl. I'm about to marry her. He said, the difference between the black girl and the white girl, the biggest difference is the white girl knows when to shut the up. I said, God. Listen, this is what they told me. Do with the information as you please. If it takes me 10 to 15 years to find a black woman that's compatible with me, that's what I'm going to do. But this is what they told me.
This is just what he's heard from other athletes. This is not his own personal experience. He is into black women. He prefers to date black women almost exclusively, I believe. And so this is just what he's heard from the athletes themselves. And I want to start off by saying the entitlement mindset It's not inherent to any race. Class, femininity, being able to support a partner, being generous, being giving, that's not inherent to any race. However, it does come with some cultures. It is more common in certain cultures, especially if you're exposed to it from an early age. If you see how it is for a wife to take care of their husband, or if you see a healthy relationship between your parents, you're more than likely going to be able to demonstrate that and carry that into your relationship. I just want to say that there are plenty of ratchet white women, there are plenty of ratchet Asian women, black women, Hispanic women. Being ratchet, ghetto, being inappropriate, having bad behavior is not exclusive to any particular race. So I do just want to throw that out there. People should be able to like who they like. People should be able to have preferences, and they shouldn't have to explain those preferences to anyone. And for some of those people, those preferences might be driven from the fact that they've had experiences with black women, the fact that these are black men. Maybe they've had experiences with their own sisters, their own mothers, their own friends. They engage with black women on a day-to-day basis. And unfortunately, if that's the type of characteristics that they're seeing demonstrated around them on the regular, and that's what is most common around them, they have the right to choose to not date that. And for a lot of these D1 athletes, they're going to predominantly white college and institutions. So they're surrounded by predominantly white women. Those are the people that are in their classes. Those are the people that they're going to see on campus that are attending their games. You don't know what type of ride or die chick these women were. So that's my 2 cents. However, I wanted to share the perspective of actual athletes and former athletes.
Former student athlete Isaiah Chance, former D1 athlete Ken Gilliard, NFL player Trey Williams, and matchmaker Amber Lowe. Glad to have you all here on The Factor. So let's talk with the money guy first. Trey Williams, your thoughts on this, and is there any truth to this, and have you heard this before?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you hear it all the time, but at the same time, I feel like, it's what you prefer, as an athlete, as a person. We're all human. I got, guys who are like brothers to me who have, black and white, parents, so I feel like, we all connect and we bond, and, we have, brotherhood, so, I mean, like I said, it's what you prefer as a, as a human.
Mm-hmm. And Ken Gilliard, you're a D1 player. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts on that?
Well, before I start, I love black women, right? That's my disclaimer. My mom used to say, if they can't use your comb, don't bring them home. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I found my way to LSU's campus. You know what I mean? I mean, it is a little different dating a white woman than a black woman. And some of the stuff the guy said on the video is correct. Just dealing with.
What has been your experience? How has it been different for you? What's the difference?
I'm sorry, Mama. I have, for real. I have dated white women before, and it is a different experience. They're nicer. They do hush up sometimes when you're talking to them. They daddy sometimes is loaded. I got to worry about certain things like that. Then dating black women, you just know when it comes to the territory. But I love my strong black women. Uh-huh.
So I appreciate him being honest so much on that question, because although his preference is in dating black women, like he says he loves his black women, however, he does have experience in dating white women in the past. And he said that they are nicer. They know when to shut up. They know when to be quiet sometimes, and that's appreciated. And their dads are loaded, so he doesn't have to worry about the finances at all times. He doesn't have to worry about making sure that he got everything. So yeah, I just want to point it out that even though he has a preference, he can acknowledge some of the pros of dating white women.
If you guys, and Isaiah, you can chime in on this too. Are you thinking in the back of your mind that maybe this white woman is dating me because I am an athlete and I'm on the trajectory to make money and get an NFL contract?
In some cases it could be. From my experience, I've never dated a white woman. I love black women. And so I would say, like you said, it's their preferences, what they want to choose. But to each his own, anybody can choose what they want. But I've never had that experience, so I can't really answer that. But, like I said, it's just their preference on what they want.
And I want to hear from you, too. Is that in the back of your mind at some point that they may be dating me because I'm an athlete, not because they love me, and it may turn into love at some point?
I think all women like that, honestly.
Facts.
Right. The people say you're an athlete, you start dating different type of women too, like different types of women come out of nowhere. you know, in that aspect. If it's black, white, Asian, Persian, Indian, you start seeing them all coming out of the way once they find your athlete and you have money and things like that. So, yeah.
I think they're spot on with that last question. No, you shouldn't just be concerned that these white women are after your money or your success. All women have the capability of being selfish and greedy. And that's why men in general need to make sure that whenever a woman that they're dating is actually interested in them and not just everything that you have to offer a woman. They're absolutely on point with the fact that it's all women. And I also want to make a note that I found very interesting in that all three of these athletes prefer and choose to date black women. I love that, and I love that for them. And I wanted to point that out because obviously this portion of the conversation is dedicated to black athletes dating white women, and all of these athletes prefer to date black women. However, they do understand that other people have preferences. So I love that. I love that they're able to understand it and live and let live. I mentioned earlier in the video that this issue is not new. This has actually been discussed in the black community for many, many years and by people of all sorts of backgrounds. I want to share a clip from Charleston White and hear his perspective as to why black athletes date white women. I don't agree with everything that Charleston White had to say. A lot of times I feel like he says things just to kind of get people's emotion up, but I thought this next clip is very interesting.
You get white woman don't focus on you. Yeah, she go get all the money affairs and all to make sure the businesses run smooth, go get the charity, and the black woman be squabbling with you about your dick. Yeah, black woman go squabble with you about your dick. White woman go open charities up, start doing book clubs and reading shit, making sure she picked a accountant and financial advisor, and the black will be one about, bitch, who is that calling? Who is that? So that's why. I ain't bullshit. She gonna be stuck on the part. She ain't gonna never get the financial and business aspect of it. So I see why they do that.
Yeah, so you don't think that makes them what can I say?
You
like they
homie,
sold
listen,
out.
you damn near have to. When you go to making the kind of money them niggas making, homie, for one, the black woman, homie, she'll trip anywhere. She'll check you in front of your business partner, and so he'll start saying, man, you can't control your woman, man, your woman will come. So he'll start not wanting to do business with you, because your woman y'all will be out together. Your woman will catch attitude in front of his woman and wife, and everybody about business be looking at your woman crazy because she in her feelings. Mm. The black woman, between the black woman and the black man, they in their feelings everywhere. Everybody else trying to have a good time, they go get in their feelings. Everybody else trying to conduct business, handle business, it's gonna be so. That's why you see all the niggas with a white bra, unless they been with the woman like Snoop Dogg, Denzel, that's why. Because nobody's training and teaching black girls how to deal with successful black men. They just learning how to deal with hood. Ain't nobody's teaching and training them on.
Okay, interesting. So he's saying that they're not properly trained in order to interact with men of certain caliber. And again, I think that's just a cultural aspect. I think that if you're not exposed to certain lifestyles, if you're not exposed to people of certain backgrounds, how are you able to know how to move around? And I think that a lot of the issue come with the fact that whenever you try to critique certain women or certain individuals, you always receive some sort of pushback. You always receive some sort of argument as to the reason why they're not going to assimilate. And to be quite honest, women who do assimilate are often called chameleons or pick-me's, and I think that that's just a shame. It's like, back in the day in certain communities, it's like, it's not cool to be nerds or it's not cool to be a geek. Well, in certain communities, it seems that it's not very cool to be submissive or cooperative or friendly, because that's what Charleston White was describing. Okay. Not only was he describing the fact that the white woman, in his perspective, is an asset. Whenever she comes into your life, especially a rich man's life, she is going to help you with your finances. She's going to be She's going to help make things more convenient. She's going to help organize shit, whereas not so much on their counterparts' end. And again, that's not my perspective. That's what Charleston White had to say. And in many words, he mentioned friendliness and submissiveness and cooperativeness. Okay, when he says that the black woman will trip on a black man anywhere and anytime, she will start arguing with him. She'll start being combative. It doesn't matter who he's in front of. She doesn't have that respect for him. Whereas Becky might keep that shit hush hush, and maybe she's going to argue and cry about it on the way home, or maybe at home she's not going to give you any puss. We don't know, right? But there's a time and a place. So it just sounds like it's much more of a headache to deal with certain women as compared to others. I don't know. I don't date women.
I just want to know why you have such a negative opinion of black women.
She's never seen his show.
You really want to start that way off with me?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
This must be before he had his little streaming
I was
deck.
married. I am
You're
single
single.
now.
You're divorced?
I am divorced
How long you been divorced?
since I was 40.
Any children?
I have 4 children, 7 grandchildren.
Any sons?
I have 2 sons, 2 daughters.
Are they married, your sons?
My sons are not married.
Mm-hmm. What am
Neither are my
Excuse
daughters.
me? What am I asking black women to do that your sons would disagree with?
I think my sons kind of look at me and they don't want to be married to black women.
I said,
They
what am I
actually
asking
want to
black
be
women to
married
do that your sons would disagree with?
What about you, though? Makes them not want to marry black
I'm not
women?
sure.
Your sons look at you and they don't want to be married to black women?
Yes.
Do they love you?
Yes.
Then why don't they want to be married to what looks like you?
I'm a very forceful woman.
So what was the initial question you asked me?
Yeah, what about black women don't you like?
Probably the same things your son don't like about you. They make it easy for you to do business, or they treat you badly?
No, they treat you nice when you show interest.
Oh, okay. All right. So you mean you came in and they didn't say, why are you here? Did they smile at you? They had a product to sell. You were a buyer. When you came on the lot, they said, hey, how you doing? They were welcoming. They offered you something to drink, and they did all this stuff. Do you treat the men you want like the car dealership treated you when you went to buy a car?
No.
Well, goddamn.
No.
How does that make any sense? Why would that make sense?
Why? So what about the car dealership? You think everybody that walked into that dealership who showed interest in a car bought one?
No. Exactly.
So do they get to treat you like that because the last person didn't buy? You guys got to start thinking about men as car as buyers.
Let me ask y'all this, man. Would y'all date a girl outside of your race? Seriously, on a serious level.
I've done it before.
Yeah, I've done it.
I can't
done it plenty of times.
Why you think it's looked down upon in our culture when it comes to black men dating white women? Who's gonna say white?
Well, I can tell you because a lot of these women, I ain't gonna even say a lot of women. The stereotype is as soon as a brother gets something going for himself, he go pick another person that didn't go through his struggles with him. But at the end of the day, women, what y'all gotta realize is that men ain't choosing somebody that ain't struggling. They choosing happiness. Niggas don't been through the turmoil, but it's like, don't think niggas just because as soon as a nigga gets something that he don't want you no more. It's just that, man, shit been toxic for so long. Niggas just tired. So I don't really get mad at no man that want to try something different.
So of course I'm not a black athlete and I don't date women, so I can't really answer as to why successful black athlete or successful black men choose to date outside of their race. However, I think that I've shared quite a few clips and I wanted to do that because it seems like this is a very common experience that black men have shared time and time again. And this is seen throughout different industries, not just within the athletic world. Black men are telling black women exactly what they want. We know that most black men prefer to date black women, and that just so happened to be the case with most races. Most race as in plural of race. Most white people choose to date and marry other white people. Same thing with Asian people. They tend to date and marry Asian people and Hispanics as well. And so I think that for some reason there's just a misalignment in expectation and reality. Black men are saying that they want a certain thing. Black men are saying that they are attracted to certain type of characteristics, certain type of demeanor. However, there are just not enough black women that are listening and paying attention and making those changes within their own personality. And I hate to make it sound like that because, of course, no one is trying to change any individual person. However, we all do have room for improvement and room to grow. And if we're not going to reflect and take a careful analysis of why we're not being chosen, then who are we hurting in the long run anyways? And I wanted to have this conversation because we're seeing more and more division each and every day. We're not only having it within the political space, we're having it within the different races, within the different shades of those races. I hope that today's conversation is just going to be the beginning. Please do share your own personal experiences down in the comment section down below. I really do enjoy reading them and having conversations with you guys. Again, I enjoyed today's topic and I hope I speak with you guys again next time. Bye.